It's a dream match that everybody wanted, barring a certain few sections who did not want an India-Pakistan game. But trust the strange laws of karma and strange laws of wanting something. The time when there was maximum demand that we do not want to see India-Pakistan, presto, 41 years, first time ever, India versus Pakistan final of the Asia Cup. Now, when you look at major multi-nation events, I'm talking about 3 or 4, I'm talking about 4 plus nations. Whenever India and Pakistan have collided in the final, it's been 5 occasions. Starting from 1985 onwards until now, before this game. 5 finals, but Pakistan hold the edge. It's 3-2 in Pakistan's favor. If you look at how the gaps have been for India, it's been quite huge. But Pakistan, they have been winning on a consistent basis when you look at it. But the first step in this chapter towards domination, when you look at it, was laid by India. In the 1985 World Championship of Cricket, India had dominated the tournament. They were coming off a big streak. 1983, 1985, they had actually done incredibly well to win against many nations. So World Cup of 1983, now the World Championship of Cricket, now in its current avatar, you can call it the Champions Trophy. They had managed to win it in Australia, and they beat Pakistan by 8 wickets in Melbourne. It was a great final. Dilip Vengsarkar in particular was in great form. Ravi Shastri was the player of the tournament. Lakshman Shivaramakrishnan did very well, and that's where you see that India managed to win the World Championship of Cricket. But if you thought that the dominance would end and it would continue, it ended in spectacular fashion. This iconic grab is the moment when India's rivalry with Pakistan went totally turtle. 1986 Austral-Asia Cup. There were 4 more nations that were there, 4 plus nations playing in that tournament. India and Pakistan managed to reach the final. Chetan Sharma was bowling the last ball. Javed Miandar deep in the crease. He had already hit 100, but then he launched a full toss to deep mid-wicket, and India were scarred for a good 2 decades against Pakistan. This was the shot, and Javed Miandar became villain number 1 throughout India during that period of the 80s and the 90s. Such was his aura, and Pakistan managed to win by just 1 wicket. But then 8 years later, Pakistan continued to dominate. That is when you look at it, in Sharjah, it was Pakistan's sentinel. They couldn't be breached. On certain occasions, they would be vulnerable, but in the 90s and in the 80s, Sharjah was becoming Pakistan's sentinel. And there, in that final of the 1994 Australasia Cup, Pakistan managed to win on the back of Amir Sohail's exploits. 69 runs, 2 wickets, 2 catches. That was a complete all-round show. And Pakistan continued the expansion. 5 runs were needed. 3 balls were still being bowled. Joginder Sharma was bowling. Misbah-ul Haq was on strike. Then came that moment. Misbah scooped. In the air, Sreesanth takes it. 2007, the dream ICC final everybody had wanted at that time. They got it. The ODIs couldn't deliver. In the very first instance of the T20 World Cup, India versus Pakistan final. And that is when Pakistan blundered 5 runs. World cricket changed forever. Because then from the ashes of this victory arose the IPL. And boy, oh boy, has the world changed or what? But Pakistan would strike back. Because in the 2017 Champions Trophy, when India were at the peak of their domination, at the Oval, Pakistan put on a masterclass. You had Fakhar Zaman scoring a century. You had Babar Azam, you had Mohammad Hafiz, Azhar Ali, all of them chip in with vital, vital runs. And then with the ball, Mohammad Amir delivered a spell for the ages. 1 minute up, next 1 minute down, next minute they're up. Iconic lines from Nasir Hussain, the commentator who was there. And Pakistan managed to win by 180 runs in the 2017 Champions Trophy. So, when you look at the rivalry, it's happened. 3-2 Pakistan in major multi-nation ICC events. You're not counting the tri-series, you're not counting all that. 4 plus nations. And because of that now, India will want to break that jinx heading into the final on Sunday. Thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this video. Subscribe to Sports Today for all the latest news and analysis.